Hello, everybody, and welcome back. I am KRX, and it's 1840. We are playing as Chile in Victoria 3, and this is definitely, I don't know, we're going slow and steady, and we're really sort of thinking things through, and we're trying to piece things together logically so that people that are newer players that are trying to having a hard time of figuring out sort of how to proceed and how to make decisions on their own and stuff like that. So it's hopefully this is helpful to some folks, but this is definitely kind of like not a tutorial, but I'm also kind of just practicing myself, my ability to teach the game and flow through the different subjects and stuff. Because I'm just kind of realizing that, we're just kind of, it hasn't been very like succinct or very, it's been a little all over the place to call it like a tutorial, that's for sure. So we're just playing the game, trying to do our best, but making sure that we're explaining the rationale to what we're working on and so on and so forth. There is a playlist link down below if you're just joining us for this fourth episode or whatever. The playlist link will make sure that you're catching the episode sort of in the proper order, so you're not missing anything. That's down in the description. Anyways, thanks for being here, guys. I think right now, what are we doing? We're actually just we're just finishing these gold mines because Chile starts with some gold mine capacity. I guess the ability to build up to 5 gold mines in Santiago. So it's like, okay, let's just go from the 3 that we start with to 5, and that could be good. And then also we're researching the atmospheric engine pumps. This will require coal. Okay, this will require coal to turn these on. However, I think we're just going to get an immense amount of minting, basically. Right now we're minting 3,000. I think if we had 2 more gold mines, it might be closer to 4,000 or 5,000. We're hoping that'll bring us into the positive right now, because even with the interest right now, it's killing us a little bit. So I think these gold mines might bring us around to a profit. We need some more infrastructure in Los Rios, and then the other thing is, we're just talking about we're gonna need coal. We're gonna need some serious coal. So I'm gonna get coal queued up immediately, because it looks like this is gonna be done in about 2 years. These are gonna be, couple of years. So we're researching public schools, so hopefully we can get that done so that we can get some more, because we got some little minor issues with like qualifications and stuff like that. Okay, so it's saying here that we're gonna lose our rank here. There's really nothing we can do about that. That's kind of something that just happens quite often. One thing is just boosting prestige. Getting something like realism or something like that, or getting the organized sports will just give us a little bit of a prestige boost. I don't like this system. I don't understand this. 15 from tier of government, 3 from domestic product. See, I feel like domestic product should be a bigger factor here, to be completely honest with you. 4 from army power. 4 from army power projection. Where's our army power projection? 20. Okay, so somehow 20 becomes 4 prestige. Maybe power projection. I wonder actually if we literally just upgraded. Well, those are already at the highest that we can do. But I wonder if our power projection modifier plus 15 army power projection. So this would give us, if we did this a total, this would give us up to 30 more power projection. 30 more power projection. And we're saying over here, that might give us army power projection plus 30 on top of, what do we have? 20? So that would more than double it. And it's saying it wouldn't cost us too much. It would definitely cost us enough that we wouldn't. Oh, what did I just do? How did I open this up? There we go. So this would cost us 5 more artillery consumption. What are we consuming right now for artillery? 5. Don't we have a trade route with the U.S. that's supposed to be bringing in arms? What makes it inactive? See, I want to highlight the word inactive. Why is this inactive? Why is this inactive? It's costing us 15 bureaucracy. I mean, I don't even know if we're even If we were to go and import, same we could do with the Russian market, and I don't even think this would be any worse off. Yeah, I think, you know what, we're going to try this. We're going to go here, and then here, and then we're going to import from the Russian market. And you know what? I think I'm just going to go over to these ones and just kind of cancel these. Are we also, what's the deal with our small arms? Yeah, we're just paying for those as well, huh? Okay, so let's cancel those. Let's actually go find someone that'll actually trade with us here, since the U.S. isn't interested. We got a little bit of a convoy issue, I'm realizing. I'm going to do that anyways. We'll be at negative convoys, but I'm going to do that anyways. And then hopefully when this port gets done, when the port gets done, that'll just kind of hopefully fix itself. But I'm wondering, will that boost our prestige? 28, we're currently at 28. We just passed public schools. Does that help us with prestige? We need 28 to maintain our standing and currently have 28. Yeah, exactly. So why are we losing this in 200? See, that's so dumb. That's so dumb. I don't know. This game, that won't give us any prestige. That doesn't really give us any prestige. I don't know. We'll survive. Let's get these gold mines done. Unhealthy economy? I don't know about that. We'll be okay. These gold mines are coming in. Oh, what can we pass now? Getting rid of the olive, you know, one of these days we could just go for that. So we have public schools, which is interesting, which is nice. We could go to total separation here. Would radicalize the Catholic Church. I think kind of getting to the point where we could pass something over here would kind of make sense. Moving out of the oligarchy. So we have the public. What? I feel like we already had a plan for this, and I'm not sure exactly. I'm kind of not too upset with most of what we have. This would upset the Catholics as well. In order to just go towards this, we would need feminism. In order to get to here, we would need egalitarianism. Got appointed bureaucrats. We're doing pretty well. In fact, the fact that we passed that public school with a 15% pass is pretty nice. Things are actually looking fairly solid here. Let's say we wanted to get rid of child labor. What would this take? The labor movement needs to be, the technology labor movement needs to be enacted. If we wanted to do this, we would need to have pharmaceuticals. The industrialists would oppose this. They're fairly happy with us at the moment, though. In the technology, we're doing the atmospheric engine. And then we're actually egalitarianism. I think for the most part, we're just going to let some of these technologies go for a second. I don't... except for, actually, we could just do this. Yeah, let's see. Clergy's going to be a little upset, but they won't be that upset. They're not that significant, are they? We're suppressing them a bit. We have a little bit of a extra sort of authority here that we can use. So we could actually enact a new consumption tax if we wanted to. On tobacco would give us a little bit of money. For 100 authority. I don't, why not? So between that and the gold mine, we might be able to kind of bring this back around. We need more We need more convoys, so that's why this port's going to be very useful. And then it looks like we're absolutely going to be making money here. It would be losing our interest in the bulk of it. Yeah, this is we're toast. We're toast on that front. You know, interestingly enough, if we downgrade these peeps, they won't even be charging us. We could save a lot of money doing this, actually. We're already going to lose our rank anyways. You know what? Whatever. I find that you typically, like, you lose your rank all the time. We can crank this up if we ever think there's going to be a situation. The rank, I think it's kind of ridiculous. The GDP is apparently such a small factor of this. And most of the prestige comes from just military, you know, continually expanding the military. And let's get, yeah. So unfortunately, I know why. Okay, well now I know why that. Well, we have learned why the that trade route was enacted with the United States, because we didn't have an interest with the United States. I need wood coming in. Yeah, not having an interest is just painful. It's just absolutely painful. Yeah, Catholics already don't like this. So if we look here, well, let this roll for a wee bit here. Looks like it's not too terrible. We had that big trade route coming in that was really lowering the cost of construction, but gold mine is still employing people, I think. I think this should be an even number otherwise. So honestly, things are looking okay. I'm not sure. Getting another textile thing, getting some more fabric, so having more ranching could make sense. Do we have we have intensive agriculture? Yeah. Have we not turned that on yet? Booyah. So this is going to use this is going to be huge, because this is going to make fertilizer, and then it's going to make more fabric. It's going to turn that additional fabric. This is a way to use. Okay, turn that on. Makes, you know, use some more tools. Okay, and I think we actually want to start making hardwood, which we can export. Yeah. So we need another tool. We definitely, these are going to take tool. We need another tool factory, like, for sure. Yeah, I say we do a tool factory. I say we do another textile. The heck? We don't even have a textile mill. We're importing all these, or subsistence farming? Mostly importing. I'm going to let that ride a little bit, because when we get the additional convoys online from the shipping, that might scale up a bit. I'm going to keep waiting. I think we've been specifically realizing we don't strictly need that. So let's do another coal. Let's do a coal plant, into a tool thing, into another coal mine, and then hopefully when this technology is done, we'll be able to use that extra coal to radically increase the production of gold and iron and stuff like that through enhanced production modes. So with that extra fabric from intensive agriculture, we're going to have yeah, we should be making more so it's depreciating the cost of fabric. It's making construction cheaper, which is good. And we have too much fertilizer, so we could potentially try to export this fertilizer. Maybe England. Argentina wouldn't mind a little bit of fertilizer. It's better than nothing. We have plenty of the bureaucracy to do that. So send a little bit of fertilizer to Argentina, I guess. How many convoys do we have now that it's scaled up a bit, so we're using more than we had, but we have a few available. We do have a few available. Surprised this hasn't scaled. Import more clothes? No one really we can import clothes with this except for I think the UK, we're already importing clothes with them. Not having the interest group is really kind of a bummer. But now all of a sudden we're at 30. Wait a second, we're at 30 prestige now? Hold on a second. Being the lead goods producer for something. For what exactly? From gold. Oh, wow. So now here's the funny thing. If we go back to this military thing here, if we go back to this, I think we'll now have enough prestige. Yeah, now we're at 41 prestige. I don't know this game. This game. The intelligentsia should like us quite a bit, so bumping them a little bit isn't going to be that much of a problem. So that technology did finish. What do we want to work on now? Pharmaceuticals could get us into healthcare. Egalitarianism is already spreading. Oh, central banking gives us 10% more minting. But the idea of being able to work on laws, I think, is good. We're making a little bit of money. That's kind of all that matters. We don't need to be, like, making a lot of money. In fact, that would be wasteful if we were, because it obviously, once you accumulate it, it can only accumulate so much. We're going to need some more government admin buildings, I suspect, as well. Okay, when these coal mines get online, we're going to make insane amounts of money. I think. So we're spending a lot for our arms. You know what? Why are we not... Hold on a second. Okay, I'm going to do another logging camp. The reason for that will make sense. And then we're going to do an arms factory. We actually, you know what? We might need glass. Glass is made from wood. So you know what? Let's do even more wood. And then let's do glass. Yeah. Do we have any groceries being made at the moment? I can't remember what all we have going. No groceries? Okay, actually, you know what? I'm going to actually have that ahead of the glass industry. And even ahead of the arms. Because we have extra grain. So we could be using some of that grain to actually make groceries, which is like just a higher sort of quality food source. And that'll be good. 30% on doing total separation of church and state. Things seem to be kind of humming, to be honest. We'll probably get this done by the time we'll have, potentially either egalitarianism or pharmaceuticals to be able to work on additional laws that we want to pass next. Oh, here's a question. We had public schools, right? Let's bump this up, which will cost us some bureaucracy, but let's make sure we're cranking this up so that we can get more people education access, increase the institution strength, right? So that's what it thinks is because we have education in general, it creates this government institution that you have to come into the politics tab, government, laws, institutions, and we actually have to rank this up. And we can see essentially when we get technologies, right now we have max 2. From all of our technology and all of our laws and everything, we can go to a level 2 education level. But we could see that if we go to our technologies, maybe dialects, max +1 education institution investment. So if we get dialects, we could go to level 3 education, for example. And then if we follow this down, we could find more probably mixed in here as well to continue to increase education and schooling and stuff like that, right? There's stuff in there somewhere. What is this all about? Nice, 15% extra chance. Okay, so it's going to take a whole nother cycle for this to get done, but it looks like it will be done. Okay, so we have the condensing pumps that will radically. Okay, so let's now that we have some coal that's potentially being generated here. We could actually make steel tools. We don't have steel though. Okay, there's going to be a huge demand for tools. Like, it's going to be an insane demand for tools. But what I want to do is I want to actually go and this is going to take 50 coal to flip this online. 50 coal. This will get us 40 coal at the cost of some tools. So that'll be 80 coal when that's all done. This will also cost some coal. It's interesting because this would be, I think, 50 coal, but because it costs coal to do the atmospheric pump, it's only costing us 10 tools to get a total of 40 coal. That makes sense. But smart the UI does that. So we flip those things there. We should be getting tons of iron, but we're going to be using more iron when this next tool factory is built. We're just waiting for that to kind of get built. And you can see we're just making insane money. So much so I'm almost tempted to kind of lower the taxes for peeps. And I think honestly our GDP just like whoop, just like that, just like went way up. I think because of the gold mines, but because of also this adjustment that we've made here. Okay, did the clothing trade? No, it didn't flex. It did not flex. We need to make our own clothing. We're running out of peasants in Los Rios, though. We're running out of peasants in general, but that's a good economy, getting everyone, you know. That's good, I think, overall. Right now we're suppressing the Catholic Church. The Catholic Church, honestly, doesn't really have that much sort of going on. We could probably just not suppress them. Although with that authority, do we want to throw down a decree or anything like that? State construction efficiency, that seems like that would be useful. Don't really need the infrastructure right now, though, but I'm just throwing that down because I know we're doing a lot of building in the capital. Where are the coal mines being built? What region are they being built in? Los Rios. Okay, so that's using up a bunch of our peasants. Let's just make sure really quick that we're not... See, this food... Okay, we do not have... This food industry absolutely can't be built in Los Rios, and I'm realizing that technically... And we're running out of workers in that area. We could technically get something like greener pastures going there. Are we actually to the point where we're going to be outbuilding population growth? I think, you know what? I think we are. Hold on. Let's do a greener grass campaign. Attract some migration to here. Now, one way that you can get like a lot of migration is by enacting. That's one of the benefits of the multiculturalism, which we're actually 19% chance to just flat out pass this. The church is the only one that's not going to like this. We're close to being able to potentially... Well, the funny thing is the church would endorse health institutions. They would endorse health institutions, so that would make them a little less unhappy, right? And then, if they're a little less unhappy, they won't radicalize when we do that. So I think that's the plan. I think we get the health institutions in, and then we go for multiculturalism. And what that'll do is I don't think it really is supposed to work this way or should work this way exactly, but one of the things is the multiculturalism. What it does is, aside from getting rid of a lot of the radicals due to discrimination, which is a very small amount of our population right now, that are becoming radicals because of that reasoning, it'll actually, people will migrate to our country because it's basically, because of the you know, because if they're discriminated in other countries, they'll actually migrate to our country where they think that they might get a fair opportunity or something. Which maybe even means that maybe we don't even really care that much about the greener grass. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I mean, realistically, we could get rid of these consumption taxes. It's barely making us anything. Here, let's get rid of these. We can add them later if we need be. That's going to increase the standard of living for our folks. We're going to bolster the trade unions just to get them in, because there's certain things that will need their help to pass, potentially. That tool factory should be coming online. And there we go. We're still in need of more tools. I don't know why we're still exporting trade tools, but what we could do is we could go to the trade route here and see where this is. This is a trade route we don't control. This is Argentina trying to trade in tools to their country from our country because their tools are so expensive. What we could do is we could actually increase tariffs on exports. And what this would do is this would actually sort of make it less effective for Argentina to be setting this up and basically encourage, it would make it less effective for them, which would, I guess, potentially recalculate their AI at some point. Maybe they wouldn't go that route. I'm not sure. Central banking's actually, oh, you know what? We'll just let that spread on its own because it's pretty intelligent. This 28 months, and that would actually, oh, you know what? Actually, I like the idea of getting the central archives, getting more, that's going to be a lot more bureaucracy that we can spend on stuff. Yeah, that's going to be good. Central minting or banking or whatever is already coming along, which is great. So now that we have the egalitarianism, we could actually go here. And the landowners are the only ones that would be upset by this, really. And how are they important? Oh, no, sorry. No, a lot of people would be upset by this. Industrialists, armed forces. But to be fair, interestingly enough, the industrialists of the armed forces, they would be upset, but it wouldn't be like, considering how radical of a change that would be, it wouldn't be like that upsetting. Do we just go for full-on universal suffrage? Just kapow? Gives us 20 legitimacy. I mean, the industrialists like us so much and the armed forces like us enough that this wouldn't actually... Like, now is the time to try to do this, I think. I think now's the time to try to do that. And we just lost a big chunk of income, apparently, I think, because of some of the production technology costs. So some of the things that we had here that were benefits the industrialists gave us are now gone, but it's going to be okay. I mean, technically, actually, if we can get the trade unions up, they really like us. So if we can get them up into the non-marginalized group, we'd get benefits from them. So it'd push them into the radicalized zone, but that's fine. We don't care much about them. I mean, the truth is we have more loyalists than radicalists, so I'm really not that concerned at the end of the day. Universal suffrage in Chile in 1845. Hey, that's not too bad. In fact, I think our GDP has more than doubled already. Holy cow. I mean, we're lucky to have the gold. I guess that's one of the reasons why we should have built those gold mines sooner, apparently. But I think the timing of all that was fairly good, too. We can use more tools to get more furniture doing this. That seems fairly good. If we had hardwood... Okay, so what I need to do is I need to come over here and we need to set these to hardwood production. These logging camps need to get moved to hardwood production. And we're going to start trying to make... we're going to try to start making fancy furniture. But the thing is, we're going to need more tools. We're going to need more tools. And we're probably going to need more iron. So that was a little bit of an adjustment there. We'll have to see how things kind of math out. What we could do is we could temporarily shift the fancy furniture around, or what we can do. So what is fancy furniture considered? It is hold on. It is a luxury item. So it replaces anyone's needs for radios, porcelain, luxury furniture, and luxury clothing. So like I believe the demand here for luxury clothing, I think, might come down, and the demand for luxury furniture might come up. But what we could do as well is we could just export the excess luxury furniture. That's not a problem. The British market's willing to pay buku for it looks like, so that'll make all of those extremely. And by getting the arms factory online, that'll make it so that we're not going to be paying an arm and a leg for the cannons and the small arms. In fact, it almost makes me want to set up some more, you know, I don't know. We'll have some extra small arms that we can export if we need to. Hey, look at that. In the midst of the debate surrounding the universal suffrage, there's a play written all about it. So we can either increase the enactment, or we could just get 20 prestige permanently plus 20 prestige. I think we have to take that, right? Because plus 20 prestige permanently. That seems fairly good. How are we doing on iron? Yeah, we just need more furniture in general. In fact, if we had more furniture, we could send more of it to England, and we could, you know, that would be all good in all sorts of different ways. Are we not exporting? We are exporting fertilizer, but not like enough. We're still making too much hardwood. Exporting to the British market would be, again, tons of income. We need more bureaucracy, though. And I think that's why we're working on central archives, right? That'll give us a ton. But to be honest, despite that, because we're making some income right now, I think what we need to do is we need some more ports. And we need another government admin building. Saying not enough qualifications. I'm not so sure if that's really our if that's a true concern or not, but we are running out of peeps. As our GDP has literally just gone whoop. Like, literacy is not going up nearly as fast as I would like, to be honest, considering we have public education up in here. North German migration. Large numbers of North German people have begun migrating to our state of Santiago and its surrounding states. Hey, welcome everybody. Welcome. All the people from North Germany. I wonder what's going on in North Germany. They're about to get the right to vote, guys. Maybe that's why they're coming in. We haven't even passed multiculturalism yet. 20% chance to just hit it right on the nose. Ooh, here we go. So that's 20% chance to enact it, or we could just get 10%. But we could reduce gets corrupted by power. Who are these people? This is the armed forces. We don't like them. And this is the intelligentsia. We do like them. I think we're just going to take 10% more. We don't need to lower the popularity of them. Although popularity, what it does is it feeds into membership. So the more popular the leader of the intelligentsia is, the more likely that they'll pull people it'll increase the clout because more people will consider themselves part of that movement. The armed forces, again, we don't really want the armed forces to become more and more powerful. So, you know, it would be totally fine to have them be less powerful, their leadership be less powerful. Oh, it looks like Bolivia did actually fuse up. Bolivia did fuse up. They have an army power projection of 224. Our army power projection is 60. So we would have to really build up our military, which we have the gold at least to potentially think about doing that. You know, is there a way to actually look up just... Hold on a second. Is there a way just to look up gold? Okay, yeah. Oh, gold can support one gold field. Holy cow, we can support one gold field down here. So there's going to be gold all through Patagonia, potentially. And there might be some gold down here. Argentina has a little bit of gold, I guess. Can support 3 gold mines. And then Peru and wow, okay, Peru has quite a bit of gold. And it just seems like gold seems to be like a magic ticket over here or something, you know? Oh, interesting. A lot of gold down there, huh? Is it? Okay, so Spain, I guess or maybe it was a silver mine, or maybe it dried up, and that was what caused some of the issues for Spain's gold situation, is because they, in EU4, Toledo produces gold, but I know that some of the gold mines in EU4 are actually trying to represent silver. But I think for Spain it actually was gold. Austria, I think, had a silver mine. That was a famous silver mine that funded a lot of their stuff. So Peru, Bolivia, huh? You know, Argentina, man, it would be... I don't know what we could do about them, to be honest. Like, I mean, they're fairly... I would imagine they're fairly weak. Oh, the 66 power projection. So our power projection was fairly low. Is that because we... Well, we haven't upgraded to the skirmish. This would be plus 25 power projection, 50 in total. So we could increase our power projection by a total of just plus 50. Which would be 110 compared to their 66. Right? So that's if we had munitions as well. This would use how much munitions? 5. You know, as far as I can tell, if we had 1 munition plant and we had like 5, like if we had like 25 total battalions, 1 munition plant, 1 arms plant, it might kind of balance out to be about the right amount of production for that right amount of army. Naturally, it would, you know, the military goods for military buildings is quite expensive, and I think that's partly because we're not actually supplying or producing any of these things at the moment, because we're trying to keep our prestige looking good. Nice to see that coal prices are still low, but not too low. Perfect balance with the fancy furniture. That's great. We're definitely hurting on wood. We definitely just need more wood, though, right? And we need more tools. And eventually, maybe more iron. And the clothes situation is that we're not actually, we need a lot more coal, because I'm realizing our services are quite low. We're about 100 services short. One thing we can do to increase, the way you increase services, it's not something you can import or anything like that, is you go to your urban, there might be some other ways eventually to do this too, but one of the major ways is to get the street lights, and it costs coal to do this, but that's plus 90 services just like that, kapow. We can also use glass. And remember how I said we wanted to start making glass? The question is, did we end up canceling that glassworks? We might have. I don't think we're making sugar, are we? Here's a question. Could we import sugar from like Argentina for cheap or anything like that? Doesn't take any convoys, which is nice, but it would take some bureaucracy to set up the route. Yeah, so we could get some sugar from there, which wouldn't be the end of the world. This would use quite a bit of sugar, and then if we were to go up to here, it would use quite a bit of sugar. So we can't grow sugar ourselves. That's kind of why I'm thinking that. Oh wait, no, wait, whoa, we can. Oh no, we can do sugar. We can do sugar down here. Los Rios is the only place where we can have a lead mine. And the only place where we can do coal. For now, let's get another coal plant. And then I'm going to go over to those buildings. And for now, what we're going to do is we'll worry about glass in a bit. I'm going to go up to the street lights there. That should be quite good. But I like the idea of potentially getting... We don't have the peasants. We don't have the peasants. You know, interestingly enough, I haven't done this too many times, but there's a building mode where you can actually use additional coal to reduce the labor requirement of buildings. Like the water tube boiler, and then is a big one to free up workers. That's a huge one. The steam donkeys as well can be used to free up laborers. That's a huge one. So to reduce total labors by 1,000 per logging camp. So that's actually kind of nice. Oh wow, this would let us go all the way up to the condensing engine pump. Guys, I'm such a doofus, by the way. Thanks everybody for being here. Really appreciate it. I'm just realizing we've let this episode go a little too long. Thanks guys for being here. Really appreciate it. Got lost in the game there for a second. We're very close to seeing if we're going to be able to pass this universal suffrage. 32% right now. We're very close to having that enactment thing coming back around. So that'll be exciting to see in the next episode if that passes or fails. And thanks for being here, guys. I'll see you guys in the next episode.